Hey, this is Bill Romanowski. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes! Woo! Welcome to the College Football Experience pregame show, week 0 style. My name is Colby Swinging Database Dan. It's fucking early as shit over here in Los Angeles. But how you doing? Let's talk some shop. I know the chat is moving. Shout out to my guy Ryan McIntyre. Go listen to our West Virginia episode. Well, by Thursday. You don't have to do it today. There's a lot of football on today. And look, I am already joined by host of the NBA Gambling Podcast, host of the WNBA Gambling Podcast. He's been with the College Football Experience first. I like to tout that. Give it up for my guy Terrell Furman Jr. How you doing, Terrell?
Yes, sir. What's going on? Hey, it's time. This was my first love right here. It's time.
This is home, man.
Week 0.
Exactly. 0. And we have a loaded slate. I know the chat is heating up saying, I like the big dogs today. Are you referring to Florida A&M and Duquesne or are you
I don't
talking
know if we're going that big?
I mean, I think that's something to open up with. I was foolish enough to take Florida A&M. Unfortunately for a lot of their players, and I don't know if this is NCAA related as far as their lack of, correspondence or lack of doing work. But regardless, a lot of players, it sucks. Let's be honest. It sucks for the players that have practiced all August, getting ready for this game to go to Chapel Hill. And then they get notified yesterday, I believe, that 20 some players are out. I think 27 or something, and a lot of it is bullshit from what I understand. Now, maybe that's on Florida A&M side. Maybe that's on the NCAA side. I'm not sure, but I feel like if you've been practicing all month, damn it, you should fucking play. All right. Like, I don't know who's at fault. But regardless, I feel sorry for the players because if you put in that much work, and I feel sorry for Willie Simmons, the head coach of Florida A&M, that line has jumped a lot since we talked about it on what was that, Wednesday?
Yeah.
Terrell, and I'm one that unfortunately, I know on some shows I was all over Florida A&M.
No, I was too.
Yeah.
I changed it very, very quickly though. I got it before the line movement. Definitely.
Yeah. I know one of their best defensive players that was nominated as one of the best defensive players in FCS college football last year. He's out with this stuff too. I don't know. It's not COVID. This is all paperwork. He transferred in, and I don't know. It's ridiculous, but Ryan says I liked FAMU until their whole roster. I'm still hoping. I'm hoping actually North Carolina classes it up a little bit, brings in the backups early with only seven available offensive linemen. That means if one injury happens, man, and who knows if they're the starters, the backups, what, but. Shout out to Lane Elliott in the chat. He goes, let's fucking go. These lines have moved like crazy. Wyoming has also moved, Terrell, up to 14.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not getting behind that. I can't lay double digits with Illinois. I'll look stupid if I have to, but y'all are laying 2 touchdowns with an Illinois offense. Really?
Right when I saw look, this morning, I went over there and I did this. I locked up the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, Andrew Peasley, Wyoming has had now the past ever since Josh Allen's left. They had Sean Chambers, and then they had Levi Williams. They are athletic quarterbacks, but they were not very good at throwing the ball. So this kid that comes in, Peasley, I think is maybe a slight downgrade on the athleticism. He's still athletic, but he is way more efficient at throwing the ball. And I know they lost a ton in the portal, but I feel like 14 points. This is Illinois, guys. This is Illinois only beat Charlotte by 7. I got to pull up Illinois' schedule last year. but this was no prolific offense. Who are we thinking Illinois is here?
Yeah, I don't know. Last year I was more on not siding with Illinois because I was on Illinois in that opener against Nebraska. And I wasn't really siding with Illinois, but just more the fact of, hey, this is Brett's first game back at Illinois at home. They're going to be rocking. Now he's got a whole season. They're like, all right, Brett, we know you now. We know you back now. We ain't getting that hype for week 1 anymore. You playing Wyoming. And both of these two teams are run heavy teams. So what? No, they don't have prolific passers. I know we were talking about the Wyoming quarterback being better, but these are run heavy teams, and both of these teams want to run the ball and play defense. So what's going to change any different than that? I think it's a slow paced game.
And you have Chase Brown, stud running back for Illinois, but also don't sleep on Titus Swen. He got some serious burn. If you follow our DFS show last season, I know you see, Xavier Valade gone to Arizona State. That was Wyoming's leading rusher, but I think he transferred because of the emergence of Titus Swen. So I don't think they will lose. Maybe the offensive line is not as good as last year, but I think both backs are quality.
So I'm actually, if you got the notification, if you joined our sleeper group, sleeper.com/SGP, humble plug right there. But nice. They got the college football lines out. It's not many, but they got some. And Titus Swen is up there. Do you want to take a stab at where you think his rushing prop is right now?
Ooh, I'm going to say they're not going to give him 100 yards because they think Wyoming is a 14-point dog, right? So I would say 70.
Damn, Kobe, 69.5.
Boom. All right.
I'm on the over. I'm playing it.
I'm on the over too, and I get it. I do like Illinois' defensive coordinator Ryan Walters. However, I just think Peasley's going to be able to throw the ball some. The throw will open up the run, and Titus Swen is a baller. I'm telling you, this guy's a baller. But I'm looking at Illinois' schedule last year. They're out of conference matchups. UTSA. Now UTSA was a really good team, but they lost that game. Illinois lost by 7. That was in Champaign. They were at Virginia. Virginia was a 6-6 team. They lost by 28 at Virginia. They beat Charlotte by 10. I'm sorry, Wyoming is better than Charlotte. So I know that you could say, well, you're just looking at last year's schedule. This Illinois team's better than last year's. Perhaps you're right. I'm just saying I trust Craig Bohl to cover 14 points. I was surprised with that line movement going that far up. I know they got destroyed in the transfer portal, but I trust Craig Bohl. I trust that, and I think, like I said, I think the offense actually might be better because of the ability to throw the ball a little bit better. Other plays or other line movement, I should say, a lot of these FCS lines have really jumped up. A lot of the other ones have stayed the same, but actually the Alabama State one came down, much to your credit there, Terrell. I know that you on the Wednesday show, I believe you took Howard plus 6, was it?
Yeah.
I think it was like 6. Plus 6.5 maybe. That line is down to 2 in the Alabama State Howard game. The Florida State Duquesne. I'm a bit perplexed at this. This line jumped a lot. Yeah,
that line jumped. You would have thought Duquesne had people out.
From 35.5 to 40. It was actually earlier this morning. It was at 43.5. So it actually came down a half point. 43. I'm seeing currently. I took Florida State at 35.5. At 43. Give me fucking Duquesne.
Yeah, I need to go on Tally site and change that. Get the better number.
Yeah. I mean, 43. Give me fucking Duquesne. This isn't Florida State with Charlie Ward and Warwick Dunn. All right, 43 points.
Yeah,
they lost to an FCS last year.
I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on with that.
Then what else did we saw the UNLV line jump up? I locked that one. That only jumped up 4 points. I still recommend everyone, if you could find your book to bet this one. UNLV minus 24.5. We rattled off, what was it, 51 new players on Idaho State's roster.
Yeah, 51.
I mean, they have a brand new coach, new offensive philosophy, new defensive philosophy. They were horrible last year. They were 1-10 in the FCS. Lay the points with UNLV, people. Lay them now. 24.5. They're going to win by.
I got 23 right here. I'm about to lock that up.
Yeah, lock that up. I'm telling you, get in there.
Did you see the Stephen F. Austin line jumped up too?
In which way? Which way did that go
Yeah,
up?
Stephen F. Austin, it was 2.5 when I picked it and locked it up on the show. It's sitting at 7.5 now.
Ooh,
Yeah.
in favor of Stephen F. Austin, right?
Yep.
I think at that point you probably take Rich Rod.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm cooling with the 2.5.
No,
I got 2.5 already, but 7.5. I think I'm getting a little bit close to. It's probably a touchdown. It probably middles. Like you probably middle it somewhere in there.
I want to say I bet it at 3, but 7.5. I think I might. If you're content on betting that game now, I think I would lean Rich Rod. How about the Northwestern line has came down a little bit, down to 11.5. That was at 13. That was
this line is jumping. Yeah,
it's going 13. All around.
I see it at 12.5 on one book here. It's going everywhere. They have no idea what's going to happen, which means it's obvious Northwestern is going to get the cover, of course.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got my bet in already. The Vandy Hawaii game seems to have found stability on line movement. It's been 9 for a solid, I feel like 24 hours. Has anything changed your opinion? I know this game is going to be sold out. But you got to remember also that stadium, shout out to the good people of Hawaii, but that stadium only seats about, I think 9,100 people. So, pretty much like a high school stadium. So I don't know. It could be lit though. I know the people on the island love Timmy Chang.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to be rooting him on. Maybe that place will get loud and be a little bit of an advantage for the Rainbow Warriors. Do you have any thoughts? Have you changed your opinion on anything in the Vandy Hawaii forefront?
No, I'm just a little bit more unsettled, realizing that Vanderbilt is 4-1 of their last 5 season openers. But when I think of the level of competition that they're playing, and they're normally playing maybe some FCF squads in there, and lower level competition, I think that Wyoming still has a chance. Like I think they have a chance. Vanderbilt's not a good team. Wyoming, I'm not Wyoming, but
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hawaii. Everybody knows Hawaii is not a good team, but you have this SEC team coming all the way across coast, and that does not bode well for them. Now, normally it's a Pac-12 team, but still, most of the time when they travel all the way to the West Coast, it doesn't end well for them. So give me Hawaii again, some way, somehow. Don't know. They get a win.
I mean, I do think Hawaii will have success moving the ball. It's the defensive side of the ball that I worry about. But that they brought in the guy from Eastern Washington, and if anyone had a chance to watch Eastern Washington over the past couple of years, their offense could fly. Greg Natal in the chat. What up, Greg? How you doing, man? And he's saying, what about this Western Kentucky Austin Peay line? The total jumping up to 70. And the line actually jumped up.
Yeah, the line jumped like 10 points.
Yeah. I want to say this was at like 20.5 maybe, or 21. Now I'm seeing it at 27.5. Man, that makes it tough. You
see 27.5?
I'm seeing 27.5 right now.
I'm looking at a 32 right now.
Holy shit. That's what I mean. These college football lines.
Yeah,
week
0. Week 0, it's on it. You can really get shop your lines. This is the week to really shop your lines, because there's some books that are like, oh no, this is terrible. There's other books that haven't, adjusted quite yet. But 73, I'm just assuming they think that Wyoming's going to put up at least 50 something points. Not Wyoming, but I keep saying Wyoming. Yeah. Western Kentucky. I'm so hyped for this Wyoming game that I'm really hyped for this Wyoming game to just go ahead and get this double-digit cover that I can't get out my head. But no, yes, Western Kentucky. I assume that they just think that Western Kentucky is going to jump them. They're 32-point favorites, so just add 32 to the score and then think that they're going to score some more on top of that. And I guess they're saying Western Kentucky is going to do at least 3/4 of this score.
I'll say this: we had Randy Cross on the show the other day, and before we hit record, he's calling this Western Kentucky game, and he said, he was telling us, he was like, man, these Western Kentucky wideouts I think are pretty damn good. He goes, I know that they were backups last year, but he was like, I think they're going to really be efficient in this game in this season. He goes, I expect Reed to put up, he goes, I can't say Bailey Zappi numbers, but he goes, I think he'll be among the leaders in the FBS throwing the ball. And that made me think, this guy's he was already over there. He was in his hotel room over there. So I was like, he probably went to a practice, probably saw maybe some Hilltopper action. Maybe I'm going to lay the points with the Hilltoppers, but I don't know. At 32, I think you have to go Austin Peay. That's a huge number. That's a huge jump. We bet it on Wednesday at fucking 21. 32. I'm going. If it's 32 and I already placed my bet a couple days ago. But if you're telling me right now I have to bet that, I'm taking Austin Peay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Too many points. That's too many points.
It's a lot of points.
Now for the total, which Greg was asking for, 70. I do like the over. I went over at 64. So
if you think Austin Peay covers, you gotta like the over. You gotta just think that offenses just show galore in this one.
Well, I just think even if Western Kentucky's up big, they might call off the dogs. I mean, Western Kentucky's offense last year would have scored like 58 or 60 in this game. Now, obviously, Bailey Zappi's a Patriot. Their OC's gone. Some of those wideouts are gone. But if let's just say, what do you expect Western Kentucky to put up on Austin Peay? I think they'll at least be in the 40s.
I think they get to the 50s.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if they get 55, 52. So then you're asking, like and Western Kentucky's defense wasn't great last year. So then you're asking, can Austin Peay just get 20 points, 17 points potentially? Yeah.
It's probably gonna look bad in the first half, and it may be even something to consider a first half underplay. But after the second half, after a halftime speech, and they can get those offenses going, I think that's a lot of points in the second half. Yeah,
Shane Kenyon in the chat. What's up to Shane? He says, guys, we take a Duquesne plus 46.5. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
That line's jumped too much. Look, I get it. Florida State needs this win. Like the benefit of last year when they lost to an FCS to the FCS, the benefit that was is they caught them on a short week after Notre Dame, and they had their heart broken by Notre Dame. I do think Florida State has the advantage of focusing all August to make sure they're going to destroy this FCS team. However, Wake Forest, Florida State does not have players like in the 90s where they could win by 70. Duquesne wasn't a horrible team. They beat an FBS last year. I mean, that 46.5. I'm sorry. I took Florida State at 35 for that line, the jump 11 points. It was 35.5 before. I got to switch my pick to Duquesne if you're forcing me to bet this right now. What up to Maddie Ice? He says, what's up, fellas? Yeah, I mean, some of this line jumping, it's funny that our Discord channel was going off. People were saying, were we getting the numbers? Were we calling out fake numbers on Wednesday? No. Go listen to other college football pods. They have the same numbers we have. This is just college football. Now, I am surprised that UConn, Utah State has remained pretty much rock solid. What went down 1 point? 1 point, I think?
Yeah, I see 25.5 right here.
Oh, wow.
I think we picked it at 27.5.
Yeah, I think you're right. Wow, 25 to 2 points. Okay. Well, I took UConn there. Are you a bit nervous? I know you rode with the Aggies of Utah State. Are you feeling better?
Yeah, a little nervous, but I mean it's UConn. But I think I might lean closer to a total in this one. Maybe an under. If UConn has the ability to stay in this game, they gotta not give up a bunch of points every single possession. So I don't think UConn's offense is enough to keep up with Utah State. So I would assume that this goes under if you think that UConn has a chance to win.
Yeah. Well, I also think Utah State probably wants to stay. I know I mentioned this on Wednesday. If they get like a 21 point lead, I think they might want to stay vanilla because if they're gonna just try to beat Alabama next week, you cannot give away too much. I mean, they're gonna get rolled anyway. But I don't know. I went UConn just thinking the transfer talent that he brought in, and just the fact I do believe Jim Moore is a good football coach. I was reading an article that ESPN put out on him this week that when he got fired at UCLA, which he still feels like he got wrongfully fired, only one losing season. And a couple 10-win seasons, if memory serves me correct. He was in the middle of a divorce, and he had he still had his kids in middle school at the time, so he really couldn't put football. He goes, I couldn't go all the way in on football because of my personal life.
Yeah,
and he says now my kids are in college. My kids were asking me to go back to football. They said, Dad, that's who you are. You need to go back. And now he's back. I think he's a good football coach, and I'm not saying he's going to fix it this year, but but I think that was a home run get to get someone that has that pedigree essentially. So give me UConn. Give me UConn there. North Texas UTEP. Now these CUSA lines have been interesting because it's a conference game, so it's a big game.
Yeah,
I'm seeing it now at North Texas -1.5. Now over the past 3 weeks, this line has moved. I've seen UTEP be favored. I've seen North Texas be favored. Yesterday I saw it at a pick, so it's moved 1.5 in the Mean Green's favor here. Who are you? Did you went North Texas, right?
Yeah, I think we all were on North Texas.
Yeah, I think we all did. I don't feel great about that. I think NC Nick really felt good about it. I kind of feel like it's a 50-50 game. I just trust Seth Luttrell a little bit more. If it was in Denton, Texas, as opposed to in El Paso, I know this game's going to be sold out. I would have a better feel on that.
Yeah.
The total is sitting at 54.5. I kind of lean under here. No, actually, now that I think about it, because UTEP throws the ball a little more than they used to. Maybe we go over. Maybe we go over there. Hop in the chat. Give me your questions on what game. Maybe we'll do a teaser or a parlay. What do you think? What do you think there, Terrell? Can we give away a nice?
Oh yeah, we could put a little something together here.
I mean that Charlotte Florida Atlantic game, also the line hasn't moved. That's actually been the most rock solid one.
Yeah, no, like. It's 7, maybe 7.5 out there, but it's been 7.5 the entire time. And that's the game I'm looking for, some type of movement. That's the game I'm looking for, some type of movement, because Florida AU FAU has beaten them 6 times in a row now.
I want to say a decent amount, like at least
6 times in a row.
But I think Charlotte is 2-1 in Boca Raton, which is interesting. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but I think Charlotte getting a whole month of prep for them. They normally get them in November or late October or something. I think that's to the 49ers' benefit. And super senior quarterback Chris Reynolds is back. So I do think, I know that they were calling. That's something I want to check out right now as we talk here. I know that they were potentially calling for thunderstorms in that game. So that would hurt, I think, Charlotte more than it would Florida Atlantic. Let me double check on the weather right now. Do we have Boca Raton here? Let's go. But that would, because Charlotte is a past team, so that would not be good if for us Charlotte backers. I took them on the money line, so that would suck a lot. Man, stop autocorrecting. Ooh, I'm seeing. What time is this game kicking off? Let me see what. Because I'm seeing
at 7 Eastern.
Okay, actually, I think by then I'm seeing heavy rain all the way until about 1 or 2. Oh shit! It comes back 40% chance of rain. So that game could be in the rain. Actually, let's ride the under on that. Under 59, because Charlotte is a passing team. Let's get in on that. And yeah, so Matty Ice saying in the chat, I have the Nebraska Northwestern under 52, Nevada -8, Vandy -9.5.
I like that under, but that jump of 2 points in the past 24 hours really concerns me. It was at 50 yesterday, and now it's at 52. That concerns me, but I like the under going into it.
Yeah, I that is a little concerning there. Now Shane says, let's get that 5-leg parlay going. Now we're talking. Let me load it up. What we're gonna do here?
Well, UNLV -23 is automatically in there.
Yes, I am.
Did
all
I lock
on
that
board.
up on the site? Let me make sure I lock that up on the site.
Yeah, go lock that up, because I'm telling you, that thing's gonna cash. Let's do that leg. I think we can add Wyoming on there. What else do we got that I feel very good about? I know someone in the chat just said they took Nevada. Damn, that I've seen that line.
Actually. I like New Mexico State.
Yeah, I see that line down to 7.5. I am still going to take New Mexico State. That game's going to be sold out as well.
So what's that? 3?
That's 3.
Let's take the under. Let's take the under in the Charlotte game.
Yeah. I do like that. So that's 4. Do we just mess around right now? And I don't know. Do we touch? I know we're on different sides in the Hawaii Vanderbilt game. How about we take Duquesne? Is that or what do you think? Over? How about over 57.5 in Duquesne, Florida State?
You said over
57.5. How many scores can Duquesne get on Florida State? I don't even know.
I'm not messing with Florida State week 1.
What about the over? I don't know. I don't know. How about over 55? Florida A&M, North Carolina. Any takers?
Yeah, because why would you? Because why would it's? But is A&M going to score? Because I can see when we played UNC, this is years ago when I'm in college. We played UNC. They put up 52 on us, and we were by far better team than what Florida A&M is doing right now. Yeah,
Phil Longo, he's a very good offensive coordinator, and I think North Carolina will put up points. I don't care if they're on their 4th string quarterback, especially knowing Florida A&M situation. Should we go over 55? Should that be the last leg of the parlay here? Either that or do we ride with North Texas and just
that's what I'm trying to decide. It's either we ride with North Texas or we go with the over 55.
What do you think, chat? Are you guys what do we got?
Is this the last leg too? No,
this is. This is. What do you mean?
The New Mexico State game is later.
Oh no! I thought you meant last leg of the parlay.
Oh no. Okay. I always look at my last leg and be like, how confident am I in my last leg? Because the last leg always gets you. But no, I like New Mexico State, so we're good there. I
don't know. I think it's
they really don't think Florida A&M can score twice because it's 44.5 and it's a 55.
Dude, we don't even know the offensive line. What if it was like their worst offensive linemen are starting now? I mean, but I still think North Carolina might be able to drop 55. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
With that offense, I trust that OC.
All right, let's go with over.
All right. So that would then put us over 55, and
I'm locking this in as we speak.
Yeah, me too right now. So look, if you just throw $100 down, you're gonna take home $2,600. All right, $2,600, people.
So we said, oh wait, do we put the Wyoming game in here?
Yes. Okay. So once again, UNLV minus 23, Wyoming plus 14, New Mexico State plus 7.5, the under 59 in Charlotte and Florida Atlantic, the over 55 on Florida A&M North Carolina. What's that?
Let's think about this again. Instead of the over, we both think that. Granted, we both think not Wyoming, but Vanderbilt and Hawaii suck. Why don't we just take the under? Why don't we take the under?
What is that? 54 and a half.
Do you think do both defenses give up 54 and a half?
My problem is Hawaii. I actually trust their offense to move the ball. I do not trust their defense. So
that could be a shootout. All right, no, let's go over.
So I mean, unless you want to, I don't want to.
Nah, we already said it. We already said it. It's gonna mess up the mojo.
All right, so the last leg still over 55, Florida A&M, North Carolina. Come on, folks, hop in. 5-team parlay. We also got to give away a teaser, I guess. What are we thinking tease wise? Tease wise.
Do you think there's a way that Charlotte wins the game?
Yes, I already have a bet of Charlotte on the money line. Now I will say this: the rain fucking hurts. It hurts Charlotte more than it does. FAU is like a power run team. Mm-hmm. Charlotte is like a finesse team with Chris Reynolds throwing the ball all over the field. So I am a bit concerned if the rain is a issue, how much will that hinder Charlotte's game plan? But I already bought a ticket on that. So look, the money line plays I have, people. I have New Mexico State on the money line. I actually had it. I got it a couple days ago, so it was a much much better number than plus 230. I have Charlotte on the money line, and I do own a ticket for good old Wyoming on the money line. I actually did not take Northwestern on the money line. Is that something I should do? It's plus 400 still.
I would have took Northwestern over Wyoming. I think it's more of a chance that Northwestern wins the game outright than Wyoming. I don't think Wyoming wins, actually. I just don't believe that Illinois is good enough ever to win by over 2 touchdowns at this point.
Yeah. I just thought I was thinking, I think when I bet that, I was like, I could totally see that being like a 20-20 game or 23-20. Wyoming's got the ball and maybe a chance to win. I don't know. But what else did I take here? For a tease though, how about that? Bring Wyoming up to 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Bring Wyoming up to 20. What about Northwestern at 18.5?
Hold on. Because I'm putting this in as we talk. All right. So we're bringing them up to 20. You said Northwestern up to 18.5.
I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not sure that I'm sold on that. I'm asking. So like if we're going to tease all these games.
Well, we got to tease New Mexico State.
Yes. And I actually think we got to go Wyoming 20 at 20.
Yeah.
You really think Illinois is going to win by fucking 21 points?
Yeah. I'm with you.
So New Mexico State, you can bring that thing up to 13.5. You can get Wyoming up to 20. Yeah. Now I will say this: if you get Hawaii at 15, I might be on board there. I think I'm on board there at Hawaii at 15. But hold on, let me try to calculate.
Oh no, bring UNLV down.
Oh yeah, what are we thinking?
Yeah,
what are we thinking? That is the folks right now. Bet UNLV minus 23. I'm looking at the line right now. Minus 23 against Idaho State. That is a lock. That is a lock. So you bring that down to 16. So we have Wyoming plus 20, UNLV minus 16, or sorry, 17. Then we have, I kind of like Charlotte plus 13 as well. What do you think about that? Charlotte plus 13.
Charlotte plus 13. That weather report
might fuck us, right?
Yeah.
I could just totally see that dude Johnny Ford, the running back of FAU, ran for like 250 on Charlotte last year. And I'm just like, the rain. What about bringing Western Kentucky down to what is that, 25.5?
Does it
25.5, or do we go
26?
Yeah, 26. Okay.
Okay.
Is that a better play? What about UConn plus 31.5? What's better there? I don't know.
I don't think Utah State gets to 30 though. I think it's close.
Yeah, so maybe we go. So UNLV minus 17, Wyoming plus 20, New Mexico State plus 13.5. And then we go UConn plus 31.5. And what's the last leg of this tease? How about the under? How about we tease down the under, the over
tease
up. Tease up in the FAU game. We think you
think it goes, we give us 66? No way.
Yeah.
All right.
We go to 66 in the Charlotte Florida Atlantic game. And I think we'll be good in this tease. Yes.
Yeah.
This is the fun of this. We do this every Saturday, folks. Subscribe to the College Football Experience. And also make sure you give us a follow on Twitter. I'm at the Colby D. The College Football Experience is at TCE on SGPN. And Terrell Furman Jr. is on Twitter at reallyRel __. And check out his podcast. Terrell is a man of, he's got a lot of great podcasts. I feel like he's always got some type of work going. Doesn't matter the sport. The guy's got any hat. What do they say? Anywhere he lays his hat is his home. What else do we got here? Anyone touching the Stephen F. Austin game? And I know that me and Terrell bet this a couple days ago, or the Alabama State Howard game. Anyone touching?
I wish I had that. I don't have that on my book. I would have locked that in.
Yeah, it's down to
that on my
2.
book.
It's down to 2 right now too.
I gotta find a book that I can bet that really quick. That I'm telling you, the MEAC in its worst day is far superior than the SWAC in just defense alone. And I think Alabama State's they're going to struggle. They're going to think they can go in there and just do whatever with the football, and they're not going to be able to. And Howard has the seniors on that offensive side of ball that they'll find ways to score. I like Howard money line outright.
Yeah, I mean, your money line was better earlier in the week, but yeah.
I still like it. Well, of course, I like the money line. I still like it at +2, but you lost the value for sure.
Yeah, and then we do have another FCS game out there, Morehead State Mercer. That is at like 27 points. I think Mercer is laying. I don't know if anyone wants to touch that. I would still advise to go Mercer, but I would probably, I don't feel nearly as good about it. When it opened, I believe it was at 23.5. Mercer's kind of a ground and pound team, so the clock will be your enemy there. I still think they're much better than Morehead State. Morehead State lost a lot, so gun to my head, I would still lay the points with Mercer. But yeah, I don't know. What else do we think? Is there any other angles? Do we want to talk more Duquesne, Florida State, or Florida A&M, North Carolina? Duquesne, I'm surprised these lines have just skyrocketed. Well, I'm not surprised in the Florida A&M one. That one makes complete sense to us. We got intel that, you know, if you have not been on social media and you're just, you know, coming into this, Florida A&M I think has 27 players out, and you got to remember FCS. You have a limited amount of scholarships compared to the FBS. This is not they're in a really bad spot. And Willie Simmons, the head coach of Florida A&M, he even asked his team, because there was talk that they might cancel this because they didn't have enough players, or they had such a limited supply of players. But he asked his team, and his team, obviously they want to play. The kids want to play, so they're going to be heading to Chapel Hill, take on North Carolina. So that line jumped about 10 points overnight. And then, well, the Florida State Duquesne one did too, and I don't even understand that one. I mean, I get it; it's Duquesne.
It's got to be something. It's got to be something.
Yeah. How about UConn, Utah State? We covered every angle on this. What about the over under on UConn and Utah State? 59.5. Do we have any? Do we think? I actually think if I had to, I would probably go over. Maybe Utah State has really good wide receivers, but I do wonder if they want to keep it basic because they have Bama on deck, and I do think that is hilarious that they go from the team that was probably 130th last year in week 0 to next week taking on week 1 or the number 1 rated team this year in Alabama. So your variance of what you're facing is unbelievable.
It's huge. Yeah, it's absolutely huge.
I mean. Is there any chance that they just say fuck it and just light up UConn? I don't know. I mean, or how many points can UConn score in that Utah State defense? Believe it or not, Utah State's defense was not setting the world on fire last year. So maybe Taquan Roberson can have a little success against the Aggies defense. I don't know. I mean, 59.5. I don't know. I haven't bet that. I haven't bet the over under in that game. I'm trying to convince myself to bet it. I don't know. How do you feel about that? How about over 50 in the Idaho State UNLV game? Because I got a feeling UNLV is going to drop 50.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
All we need is like a score out of Idaho State. Can they score once?
Yeah, can they get us a touchdown? If they get us a touchdown, I feel pretty decent in it. But I'm not even certain if they're. I mean, I gotta assume that they can, but I don't know.
I read their quarterback stat line from last season, and I don't have it on hand right now, but I believe it was 1,200 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's how bad they were last year. That was their starting quarterback.
That's nasty.
Can they get one in the Death Star in Vegas? I don't know. Hop in the chat. Tell us what you're betting. You're hanging out with old Pick Dundee and Terrell Furman here. I don't know. I mean, I feel like we've pretty much covered everything. Maybe we'll sign off in like 5 minutes, unless we get some type of news or some questions. I mean, have we covered every angle? Should we look at some halftimes? Some halftimes?
Yeah, I would. if you can find them, a lot of these games, especially the games where it's going to be a big blowout, I don't see a lot of halftime bets. But if you can find a half on UNLV, I like the half more than the full game play, just because I don't think that Idaho State's going to be ready at all that first half.
Yeah. How about alternative spreads? I'm looking. Tell me they have New Mexico State. Tell me we have New Mexico State here. I am trying to find this. Let's see. What about New Mexico State?
I have New Mexico State plus. Oh shoot, I lost it. I have New Mexico State plus 3, plus 165.
Huh. I mean, I still like that because I think that I have a money line ticket. I think they're going to win that game outright, but I still think there's better value. I don't know. I feel like I'm searching here. How about half times, quarters? How about quarters? How about first quarter? Let's have some fun here. Will Nebraska win the first quarter against Northwestern? Nebraska's minus 3.5 first quarter against Northwestern. I would not touch that because I'm nervous. I think
is there an under for that?
There is 10.5.
I like that.
I do like that.
I think it's a 7-0, 7-3 type of first quarter. Maybe I don't know. The only thing that could mess us up is if both of them score a touchdown. But I think it's more of like field goals. I just feel field goals early.
Yeah, GBO Farms in the chat. He's coming at you, Terrell. He says you're taking an L. Vandy minus 9.5 is the lock of the day.
We'll see, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm way more optimistic for Hawaii for one game. Vanderbilt sucks. Like, I know we say Hawaii sucks. Vanderbilt sucks. Like this should be a pick'em. This should be a pickle.
My thing is, if the players, if you're giving me, if it was week 1 last year, Hawaii's roster, like the problem is they had so many people leave. If it was like their roster from even like week 6, I would feel pretty damn good about Hawaii. It's the fact that they just had I forget the number of players that left. Lane Elliott saying 2 to 3 team moneyline parlay. He goes, I got New Mexico State, North Texas. I need one more. Hello, UNLV. Do it right now.
Yeah.
UNLV minus 23
yeah,
or 24. What was that 9? 23.5?
Yeah, 23.
Get in on that right now. That GBO Farms, by the way, that in my opinion is the lock of the day. UNLV against the Idaho State Bengals. Even though I feel great about New Mexico State as well, but I am with you. What's that?
The under in Wyoming, Illinois too.
Yeah. What is that? What is that at
43.
right now?
It's at 43. It's dropped. I think you're probably a little bit lower on that's probably should have gone in teaser.
The clock is gonna bleed in that game.
Yeah. They're gonna run the ball the entire time.
Yeah. I just hope. I know that Wyoming got destroyed in the portal on the D line. I hope that.
I don't bet that. I'm about to bet that right now.
But GBO Farms, I did take Vanderbilt, so we're on the same page there. First quarter lines. How about UConn? No, plus 7.5 first quarter.
Nah, it's not.
I'm if I got to touch that,
yeah, I don't know. I think they could get ran out the building. I think this is like a backdoor cover. I don't think this is something that they're in the game. I think it's a backdoor cover.
Actually, I kind of like this one. Under 9.5, Wyoming, Illinois, first quarter.
Under 9.5. Yeah.
I could see that being like 3-0.
3-0, 6-3.
Yeah.
3-3.
How about that? Let's look at the half. Nebraska minus 7 at the half. Illinois minus 7.5 at the half. I'll take Wyoming plus 7.5 at the half. Charlotte getting 4. UConn getting 16.5. North Texas is a half-point favorite. Nevada minus 4. Vandy minus 6. The over-unders on that is 26. Well, Nebraska Northwestern 26 at halftime. Give me the fucking under on that. There's a chance that Northwestern won't even fucking score in the first half. And I don't even know. Northwestern's defense is stout. I feel like, or not last year, but I feel like Pat Fitzgerald will find a way to make them effective again. Wouldn't surprise me there. But GBO Farm saying Vandy held Tennessee to the third lowest yards gained behind Alabama and Georgia. Plus Mike Wright starting, they should be good. I'll say this though, Clark Lee's a good defensive coach, but I do think Hawaii's offensive coordinator, that hire was a good hire by Timmy Chang. I think they're going to be able to move the ball on Vandy some, just because I'm telling you, that guy got very creative. I remember watching some Eastern Washington games, and I said, Eastern Washington's defense was terrible, probably on Hawaii's level, but their offense was pretty fun to watch. So that should be an interesting angle in that game. GBO Farms is Clark Lee's defense against I'm forgetting the OC's name from Eastern Washington, but yeah, that should be that should be a fun one. I know that's our last game we get. Anyone touching that North Texas UTEP game in the Sun Bowl? Game's going to be a sellout. That's another angle though. I mean, I'm on North Texas and I'm on New Mexico State. Those two teams are playing two separate games. They're not playing each other, and they're only like a couple miles apart, maybe like 10 or 15 miles. I forget, but both teams are at sellouts. Are we sleeping on the home? I mean, I'm on New Mexico State, so I'm feeling good there, but could North Texas lose at UTEP because maybe a little crowd noise going down in El Paso? I don't know. I took North Texas. I don't feel great about that one. I think that's actually, I know me and Terrell were talking about this on Wednesday. I think that's the hardest game to forecast out of all of these probably is North Texas and UTEP.
Yep.
But well, shit. I think we should get out of here, man. I think we've covered every angle.
I'm trying to get these bets in. Like we have college football coming up.
Yeah, 10 minutes, guys. We do this every single Saturday, so check us out. We are the College Football Experience. Once again, give us a follow on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. We're also on YouTube at the College Experience, so youtube.com/the College Experience. Give us a follow. Terrell Furman, he hosts the NBA Gambling Podcast, the WNBA Gambling Podcast. Subscribe to both of those. Give him a follow on Twitter at reallyRel__. I'm on Twitter at DColbyD. Thank you for joining in. Remember, every single Saturday, we love college football. We're glad it's back. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe and let it ride, people. This is the College Football Experience Week 0 preview and picks. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.